Yeah, I mean, once again, that cop had no business, punching that young man in the face. But I do want to hear more from Ben Crump on this because, like I said, I agree with him that the cop is absolutely wrong for punching that man, escalating into that. But that man also knew he didn't have a license. And the cops told the guy why he pulled him over. And I just feel like the young man was... To know he didn't have a license, the young man was acting. He was acting out.
Right, but I guess Ben Crump is also saying, he's a black man in a car who didn't have a lights on. Do people get pulled over for that? I guess that's what he was saying. But you can get pulled over for not having a seatbelt. I have before. You can get pulled over for not having your lights on.
Absolutely, you can
but I guess that's his whole thing. Like with everything, all the traffic violations we see day in and day out. He got pulled over for not having his lights on.
I just wish the brother would have been like, look, I don't have a license.
Yep, you and me both.
I wish he'd have did that instead of, reacting the way that he did. Even though nothing justifies him getting punched in the face.
Nothing at all.
But I know that eventually that's going to come up. They're going to use all of that against him.
Well, anytime you get pulled over, they ask for your license. Once they pull you over, they want to know who they're talking to. They're going to ask for your license. And, it's just a sad situation.
They're going to use the fact he didn't comply.
Correct.
They're going to say that he resisted. They're going to say, his license was suspended.
Yep.
But they're going to say he had weed in his pocket.
Yep.
But none of that is a justification of why he got, punched